That's okay. We have to do our due diligence to make sure everything is working smoothly on our end, right?
We want to give you the game to you people so that you can watch it and view it, consume it, and enjoy it. We want to make sure that you can get the
Wow.
most out of your
Do
Dota
you work in
experience.
marketing in your off time? I feel like you do.
I feel like a what?
You work in marketing or something.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a great little
I
pickup
totally do.
punchline there. I was just ready for it.
I could sell anything.
Well, that's great to hear. Why don't you sell a win for VTI?
Almost anything.
Well, I guess you tried to
they
help
have
by
to
saying
play.
ban Invoker. I mean, that's a start. But
Yeah, I mean, VTI, if you want to win this game, I'm going to market it to you. You have to ban the Invoker out, and Complexity will ban out the Naga Siren, realizing that he'll probably be the first pick if they let it go. So
exactly. They appreciate how effective of a hero that is, and they are not letting the other team have any advantage of that. Broodmaster, these teams are kind of banning the heroes they picked last game. So I guess they're kind of thinking they're going to swap roles, and they don't want to see the other team take those heroes on. Probably a smart choice there in that Brewmaster as well. Lycan, of course, another typical one, and there's a Rubik. So they're not banning the Invoker, like I kind of honestly expected. And I think they're going to instead play a different strategy. I think they're going to play a different game. We're going to see a different lineup this game.
and it's interesting to see. Usually when I see a Rubik ban, that tells me, okay, we're going for a big team fight lineup here. That's kind of what it tells me, because you usually don't ban out so much if you're not going for that. I mean...
Well, what that really tells me, especially basing off last game, is that they're at least getting tighter Enigma.
Exactly.
Again.
And those are the big ones. Those are the big ones that are really the initiators of the things that really turn team fights around. I mean, that being said, the Invoker's not banned out, so does... I mean, if they let VTI pick up the Invoker, I mean, then I guess Complexity is like, all right, well, we'll deal with another hero and we'll try to stop it. I mean, they're confident in the fact that if they... that even like having the chance to pick up the Invoker is good for them. So it might be a mistake if VTI doesn't pick up the Invoker here. My mind's just going to be like exploding. I don't know. Like,
this is the thing. VTI, I think they value those teamfight heroes too much to go for an Invoker instead. Not saying Invoker's not a teamfight hero, because by all means, Jo proves that on a regular basis. But I think they really value Tidehunter probably the most. I think they like Enigma too. And the problem last game for them especially, well, was two problems. One, they were against a Naga. Okay, I'll get into that in a half a second. Excuse me. God, could they just not counter my argument in the first half second I start explaining it? Well, hey, there's still a chance for it. Shut up. No, they're going to go. The two problems they had last time, they didn't have a late game carry to go against Naga, and they didn't. And then also that Naga, that ultimate stopped Tidehunter and Enigma from getting great positioning and setting up the fights. So banning Naga kind of cancels out both those problems more or less, and this Broodmother now is at least solving that first problem as well with the late game damage dealer.
yeah, and they really needed that last game. I didn't want to say that they looked like they were a one-trick pony last game, but they kind of looked like they were a one-trick pony last game, and I hope they can counter my argument by picking that Broodmother up, having him carry them into the late game, because Broodmaster is sort of a carry into the middle game, but if you're playing up against a Naga Siren, it's just not going to work. No matter how much initiation or teamfight abilities you have, it's just not going to work, especially with somebody as strong as the Naga Siren here. And now they're taking a bit of time, Complexities, to pick their next few heroes. Maybe they aren't thinking about picking up Invoker, which I would be like shocked if they didn't pick him up. And they do. Okay, thank God.
At least we called something right here.
Right, yeah, thank God.
Well, see, I expected that. I think they really do value it, and they're going to get the Tidehunter. I was going to say, I feel like the next picks would have been a Tidehunter Enigma possibly, or a Tidehunter and someone from VTI, but of course, that's not their option. So they're going to take the Leshrac that last game we saw, and a Crystal Maiden. So now kind of more focused in that laning phase instead of overall mid-game team fight.
Yeah, no, they're flipping what they had last game on its head here, and I mean it could work out extremely well. I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, so I don't know how they're going to lane it or how they're going to do it. I mean, obviously we'll see once we get into the game, but I can tell you right now for a certainty that Hannah Montana will be up on the Tidehunter and that Jay will be up on the Invoker. I mean, like Hannah Montana is bread and butter hero, Tidehunter. I mean, you see it all the time. Really skillful with it. I mean, obviously Complexity, they're known for a few heroes here, and maybe they can even go a tiny on TC and just for added measure. But now we're going to get into the next pick from Complexity. And what do you think about the Crystal Maiden pick right now? I mean, do you think there are other supports that they could pick up that would be better for them, or is this just a nice safe pick here?
It's definitely a safe pick. Crystal Maiden's always a safe pick. She's obviously very dominant in lane phase, has two different CCs, a slow and mobilize. She could get the aura as well if she wants to obviously obviously you can see those other two heroes use man on a regular basis, so it wouldn't hurt. But she's just very strong early game. Now, of course, later game, she's not bad, but she kind of falls off for what her team might want her to do. Whereas Venommancer, for example, has a consistent CC throughout the game, high AoE damage as well as that pushing and defending power, which is why I kind of think I would have favored him more in their lineup, but obviously Crystalmane will do a trick as well. The thing is, I was starting to dust the dirt off my shoulders, if you will, because I believe I was calling them doing a completely different strategy this game. And it started to look like a pushing strat with the first two picks. Now, Crystalmane, not really
Not so much.
great for pushing, but they still could do it with these last two picks. If they go, crazy, I'm not exactly sure at this point, but they could go like an Enigma and not a Lone Druid, I guess, anymore after seeing that ban. But, they definitely got a lot of possibilities, and I'm interested to see. Oh, Chen would have been a good pick. I'm really surprised Chen wasn't picked instead of CM, actually.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. That's a good point. I mean, I really don't think they absolutely need the Crystalmane. I feel like they could have gone with a Chen, but maybe they are not comfortable with that sort of micro coming out from VTI. That being said, the Venommancer I really like as the pickup from Complexity. Also, though, I'm not sure if I like the Quap ban because I've seen TC play it before, I think, but they already have an Invoker, so I don't know if it's really necessary. On top of that, the Anti-Mage ban. Also, what? Nyx Assassin. What?
Could I be more excited for this game too? No,
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, were you expecting me to read your mind?
That's not true, actually. Yes, first of all, yes, always do. So you should always be able to read my mind. Second of all,
get working on that.
I don't wear the tinfoil hat, so you should be able to get right through. The number two thing, I could easily be more excited. There's 3 more picks, 3 more chances for Alchemists.
See a coDel or an Alchemist?
Yeah.
All right. You're really banking on that Alchemist.
I'm just saying,
that's
3
like
more chances.
That's just like you're really, really open. You're like laying down the line. You're like, I really want this Alchemist. Not like a coDel or some like real awkward pick that you don't really see that much. No, you want the Alchemist. You're going like you're going for the bomb.
Well, of course, you gotta go for the touchdown. I mean, just go for like the first down. Who cares about that?
Yeah, nobody cares. It's boring.
Anyways, wow. So now I'm trying to analyze why or how this fits into their team. Now, obviously, that pushing thing, throw it out the window. Nyx Assassin is the opposite of pushing.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone, way gone, and now it's more of a gank focus, which may be why CM was picked up instead. The 2CC thing is really strong for setting up ganks. Okay, this is a nutty team.
I guess you have Nyx Assassin mid?
Trilane Nyx Assassin.
I mean, I don't know how this is going to work, but I like it.
Well,
that's all I know.
Think about it this way. A Trilane Nyx Assassin, which I normally wouldn't think about, but I think it's a great way. First of all, he has a nice line stun. Earthshaker with the Fissure can trap and stun. Crystalmane has a slow and an immobilize. It's going to be pretty easy to set up kills on people with those 3 heroes. And obviously later in the game, he'll come in with that Vendetta. Or is that what it's called? Excuse me, I can mouse over it. I feel stupid. Yes, Vendetta. And sorry, I haven't seen this hero in a real game yet. So I'm really intrigued to see how they go with it. And then, of course, the Faceless Void. Oh, they want a Trilane of their own.
Oh my gosh, this is
epic.
This is crazy. I like this.
This is what dreams are made of right here.
Yeah, you Captain Brasilia.
What?
I guess they changed
his name.
That
is his name.
Yeah.
Where's the exclamation points like China, though? Is the question.
The A's, I think, serve its purpose.
I guess.
You really want those exclamation points,
I prefer them. It shows the excitement, I think, a lot more.
Oh, I called Hannah Montana the Tidehunter. Easiest call in the world to make. At least I got it. Yes.
I'm glad you're proud of the easiest call in the world.
Hey, man.
Hey, did you know Jay was on Invoker?
I mean, it wasn't a certainty or anything. Come on.
Mind-blowing pick right there.
Nobody saw that coming at
and
all.
Of course, actually, I would have called the fluff on Visage right away, too, had I known Visage was their 5th pick. But,
yeah, had we foreseen the picks.
Which is pretty difficult in its own right, but what an exciting matchup this is going to be. And now, let's compare this Trilane, let's break it down and see which one we like more. Now, obviously, we're going to see Faceless Void. I'll start introducing them. Complexity's got TC on the Faceless, we got Fluff on the Visage. It's going to be Hannah Montana, like you said, excuse me, on Tidehunter. Mike88 on Vino, and of course, Joe on the Invoker. So, you want to introduce the other team here?
Yeah, and VCI. They're going to have Veljic up on the Crystalmane. I won't get a pause coming here. We're going to Captain Brasilia on the Earthshaker. We're going to see China on the Leshrac here. And we're going to see Kingard on the Nyx Assassin.
Oh, and they're not VTI, apparently.
Oh, Bogus on the... wait, what? What happened?
They're saying... I don't know what's actually happening, but something happened and now they're saying they're not VTI, and we're saying they are for this tournament. Anyways,
I'm really confused.
Let's see what happens.
They even put the pain in front of their name. Maybe they're paying right now. I don't know what's happening.
You saw the exclamation points. I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, they might be remaking. They might be remaking. It says bad server. Alright. So, I guess while we're going into that remake then, we can start discussing this Trilane. So it's going to be Crystal Maiden, Nyx Assassin, Inner Shaker versus the Faceless Void, the Visage, and the Vitamancer. Now, do you have any kind of favorites of those two?
I don't know. I'm a sucker for Visage, I gotta say. Plus the Venomancer. I love Venomancer in any sort of Trilane. But it's gonna come down to who can play it the best. I mean, if they do it against each other, if they go Trilane versus Trilane in the same lane, it's gonna be great. And then you'll have the solo lanes open, and it's just gonna be a clash of epic proportions, and you're just gonna see blood flying everywhere, and it's just gonna be fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's
quite
gonna be
graphic.
Cool. Yeah, really. I'm about the gory and goriness. That's all me. But yeah, no, it's gonna be great either way. I mean, as much as I love both sides, I really just am a sucker for Visage and the Venomancer right now. I mean, every game I've seen a Venomancer in currently, or recently I should say, has been a good game on the side of that Venomancer's team. It's gone so well. I really don't know.
That Gale is just so annoying to deal with. But you have to figure out, also, like I said, the Shake of the Fissure can be the difference between killing them or saving your teams. There's that's night and day, how you land that. So it's got to be really clutch on the part of VTI who's playing them. Who was it? Was it Brasilia? Someone was playing that Shaker. But,
yeah, it was. I think it was Captain Brasilia.
Yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, obviously it's going to just be so important for them to land that properly. Because if they do, like I said, they have another stun to follow that up, plus another mobilize and a slow. I mean, it should be a kill in its own right on a hero like Visage or Venomancer. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they counter that. Or maybe it won't be a Trilane versus Trilane. Maybe they'll fight each other's solo hero somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways they can do it, but that's a good point. If they can land all the Suns disables, they'll be in good position. It's pretty much an assured kill. That being said, it depends on the players. They have to perform to be able to do that. And the way Complexity's been performing, I mean, they might even see it before it happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, and we're going to go into it, apparently.
Oh, we certainly are. We certainly are. Oh. Definitely exciting stuff, though. The build, I want to see that Dagon just purchased up by the Nyx Assassin. I need it.
Shoot lasers at you.
But it could be one of the most annoying things to be up against the Faceless for him. This could be like the #1 hero he's not going to want to gank, because he could just totally backtrack some of those huge hits, and then obviously no kill for him.
And that's going to be a problem. I mean, that's a good pickup for the Faceless Void. They're like, all right, well, if we're going to pick up the Nyx, I mean, a lot of the damage coming out of the Faceless would be mitigated. On top of that, Chronosphere in its own right is a huge initiation. We saw it there was a game between DK and EG where Burning actually played the Faceless Void, and he went Aghanim Scepter Refresher Orb, and EG still managed to eke out the win somehow, and I don't know how. I mean, they just didn't have enough damage to kill EG, despite the fact that they could get 2 Chronospheres in one fight. It was ridiculous.
What?
Yeah, I know, it was crazy. I was like,
insane.
It was like my mind was being blown. I was just like, what is happening? Blown. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now my
I'll just be in the grammar, please. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, that probably won't happen in this game, but you never know. And their team fight complexities, oh my god. The Invoker plus Faceless plus Tide. I mean, pretty insane.
That's a lot of spells.
Plus Veno ult. I mean, they definitely have a lot of AoE to work with here. And not that the Radiant don't, but I mean, I feel like the Nyx, I don't know. I just don't know. We just have to wait and see.
I mean, I've seen it work. I've seen a Nyx Assassin work, not necessarily in a really competitive game, but he can stomp heroes, and I mean, obviously they wouldn't pick him if they weren't comfortable with him. And we saw, I guess, the team that is known as VTI, we saw them play extremely well in the last game until they got, handled by Naga Siren and Jo, but, oh boy.
What's going on?
I think everybody's having internet issues, not just.
It could be because of the patch. It just happened.
Yeah, I mean that probably is the most logical thing to say, but you're just taking a long time to get into this game too, apparently.
That's okay. There's so much to theory craft about because we've seen so many Nyx assassins in the past that we can just decide which build he'll go of all those builds.
Yeah, all of the Nyx assassins we've seen played previously in Dota 2.
I mean, just which of those awesome builds should he go? Of the recommended, I'll open
the one with a Dagon in it, I think.
That has to be the one.
Yeah, I mean.
So obviously, I believe he'll be maxing Impale first, putting at least 1 point in mana burn. Probably more, though, just to lower that cooldown. It is 28 seconds at the first rank. Can go all the way down to 4. So, yeah, that's a huge difference, and I feel like it's got to be somewhere in that priority. Obviously, Spike Carapace, while it can be nice if you use it properly to reflect damage, I wouldn't prioritize, I think, in any means.
No. I agree, especially because I think Spike Carapace scales nicely at the later game, but you don't need it early on, especially when you're ganking. The mana burn plus the Impale is huge with that Vandana combo. I think Spike Carapace is nice because he's got that 2.4 second stun duration, which is huge later on. I mean, that's 2.5 seconds of stun is a lot of disable time. And especially when you're in the later game, those seconds are going to be precious, especially if you're JO and you're trying to focus down the Nyx Assassin or whoever. I mean, it's going to be really important, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's say, for example, you see, I don't know, a Soul Assumption flying at you. You'll be able to pop it pretty easily because it's not a very fast-moving projectile. Things like that. I mean, it's obviously going to be, hopefully, depending on ping as well, which is why they might have a little bit of concern, because if the ping's bad, you might have trouble activating that at the right time. But, nevertheless, and by the way, his abilities are very colorful, may I add. Have you seen just the artwork for them? They're very colorful.
Wait, what?
For Nyx.
The Nyx Assassins? Yeah, it's like got the really cool blue flame for mana burn, which, yeah, that's cool. Plus, like, the spiky ball thing, I guess is...
It's called a spiked carapace.
I know that's what it's called, but it doesn't look like a carapace to me. It just looks like a spike in a ball. I mean, I don't know. And then the picture of himself as Vendetta.
Yeah, that's your ultimate. It's called Vayne. And he just looks at himself.
He's just like, oh, it looks so good. I'm so narcissistic. I'm the Nyx Assassin. Look at me. I'm so cool looking.
It's an assassin thing. Ricky and Bounty Hunter, they all...
Yeah, I guess they're all really vain
about
about themselves. That's a good point.
Yeah. So.
Except for Phantom Assassin. She's not really...
Wow, that mini-map.
They really like
look at it much more.
They're trying to fill in the lines.
It's like a kid's coloring book. Like, I'm not sure what's going to go
mine?
on here.
Do you see my drawing?
I can't tell which one's yours.
The white one.
No.
Wait, is mine white? It's on the right side of the screen-ish.
Mine's... There you go.
What's yours?
I'm making an asterisk.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. You're orange. What color am I? I'm, like, up here. God, purple.
Where?
Stop.
Where's there?
Up here!
Oh, you're teal? No. Do
No,
on the
not-
left-hand corner.
Like an L? Like the one I just did?
I don't,
That L?
I don't see you.
You don't see mine?
No. Do you see
Wait,
mine?
let me try and draw on the actual... Oh, I can't. The game's paused. Damn it.
Oh, draw on the mini-map, dude.
Alright, let me draw a smiley face. Here we go. It's going to be down here. Do you see it?
Down here.
Near, like, the Dire Tier 2 middle lane. Or Radiant Tier 2 middle lane. Or...
I don't think I see you, actually.
You can't see me, apparently.
That's really sad. You can see me, though?
Idiots. We're drawing on the map.
Wow, this is a really great... Thanks for tuning in, all 5 people. You get to watch a coloring session by...
You 5 people are real dedicated, and for your dedication, I'm going to send you guys all a coloring book.
Maut's going to draw for you, but you won't be able to see it.
It's going to be like painting with Bob Ross, but better.
He's going to make a show like painting with Moss or something. Moss, I meant Maut. Wow, this is just going
The guy
stale.
have you seen the IT crowd?
Yes.
Moss. I'm Moss from the IT crowd. I'm this really awkward British guy.
That sounds about right.
I know.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Oh,
I don't know if you're British, though.
I'm not. I wish I was. I wish I had a really cool accent.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
I don't
I
think
can't
they say
do
that
that.
very often.
That was all.
But yeah, mine was worse, I think.
I don't know about that.
So this game we're in, that might happen. Between this VTI, by the way, if you're just joining us, because a couple just trickled in here, this is VTI versus Complexity. VTI going to be Radiant here, and Complexity, of course, going to be the Dire then. Complexity is leading 1-0. I'm joined by Maut. I'm J4Y. And, yeah, some exciting things on the horizon, purely, I think, just because of this Nyx Assassin pick.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can see sort of something new, something unexpected in a game like this against a team like Complexity, it's always going to be exciting. On top of that, you have something that's not picked very often in Visage. It's been picked more and more with Complexity, and they like picking these odd heroes, which is nice. But I'm certainly really excited for the next Assassin, just because I want to see, like everybody, what he wants to go on the side of VTI here. On top of that, I mean, the ability, we have the chance to see Trilane versus Trilane here, which is going to be very, very interesting, seeing that Trilane happening. And, I mean, it's just going to be the first game, guys, you missed out on seeing a Tidehunter, pick up, steal an Aegis from a sheer Roshan kill from Complexity. And they got the kill for, the Tidehunter also jacked the kill from them as well. So it was really cool to see that. But Complexity played really well. Jo got a godlike streak, a beyond godlike streak on the Invoker. Really great to see. We'll get in here in just a second, though.
There's someone drawing an ocean in a boat.
Actually,
I wouldn't mind sailing away right now. Oh, on pause.
I was going to do my
I'm glad you didn't.
Sing.
What?
Oh, good. Okay.
Just kidding. I don't even know what you were going to say, to be honest. So, Broodmother going up the top lane. Going to probably beat a lot of resistance if he goes too far. I doubt it. Oh, yeah, no, there's already at least 2 sentry wards on Venomancer. I need more. No, just okay. So, just the mic sentry wards here. But obviously, if you're intending on going against a Broodmother, I think at least 1 set is pretty darn important to make sure he can't get any of those levels very easily.
Yeah, he's going to go for the Soul Ring first, which is just standard play if you ever play Broodmother. But this Sentry Ward is going to be huge, especially if they're going to have the Trilane up here in the top lane. It's going to be a problem for them. And we saw a smoke coming out of VTI. They are still smoked up. They're going to get seen now.
Uh-oh. Oh, Tidehunter. Who are they going to fissure is the question. I'm going to guess no one. The Impale comes out on Invoker. They're not going to be able to follow that up, though. Just not doing a ton of damage either. And actually, they're starting to retreat now. The Gush comes out, and you also see a very, very good stun, though, by Invoker, hitting 2 heroes. And then here comes Visage trying to flank in, but remember, he doesn't have his Grave Chill. He only has Soul Assumption. Oh, and the Vescale just barely going to miss. Here we go with an auto-attack Visage, so it's not going to lead to anything. Next Assassin just taking the brunt of that damage. So all for naught, more or less.
Exactly, and they almost got somebody there, like you said. And we talked about this in the first game and a little bit, before the second game. That Venomous Gale is huge for setting things up. If you miss it, it's going to be trouble, and you can't get the kill that you wanted to. Good Fisher to stop them from chasing there, so it's not like the first game where we do see a first blood before the game even starts. And we're going to see Trilane against Trilane. I'm excited.
This is what we want, man. This is what it's all about. The seeing these heroes that aren't picked very often, going head-to-head here, the Visage and Nyx Assassin specifically, and this Lestrak image just leading the way, probably trying to fake them out a little bit, but China's actually the one. So, wait a second. Nyx is mid.
Yeah.
That
Nyx
isn't what I called. I'm sad.
So shocked.
I am shocked. No, I'm not terribly shocked. Obviously, he's a very solid mid pick, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought Lestrak, I guess, would be mid, but obviously he's a very strong Trilane as well. Going to stomp the Faceless. There we go. The Crystal Main going to throw down some man. Oh, the Fissure just missing the Faceless.
Good time walk.
So
good time walk.
Very good time walk indeed. Going to dodge that damage and survive another day.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're already pushing right now here in this top lane with China. If you can get that Edict damage, it's going to do a lot of damage to the tower. They'll have to be careful. Meanwhile, though, they're looking for a kill here. And they can't find it. They're going to just try and check around these creep camps, but nothing going on just yet for either team.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom of Gush coming out on Broodmother. She's already at 130 health, so very low. Tidehunter has plenty of tangos to go around, so it's not going to be troublesome. I also want to point out, though, Jo going the Exort build instead of the Quaswex we saw in Game 1. So I guess going for that global gank presence instead of, obviously, the more CC lane control, and I think that might suit him better. Especially against a Trilane with a lot of weak heroes. Speaking of weak heroes, the Gale going to miss a good dodge there. The Outtex are now starting to come out, and they're going to be able to turn this around if they want to. A good spell cast by Crystal Main. The Crystal hitting all 3 heroes, I believe, so it was a really nice job to slow them down. And now it's just going to be back to farming.
Yeah, and I mean, if that Venomous Gale hits, I mean, what do we say it every time. He goes down, but it doesn't, and they can't get the first blood, and now they just sit back and farm. And that's a good point, seeing that Jo going that Exort. You usually see him go the Quaswex or some sort of different build, but Exort first means that he wants to be able to gank, wants to try and get that Sunstrike, and if they can land the Venomous Gale, he can cast it and get it off and get the kill probably, but not so just yet.
Indeed. You see, Nyx is just back. He already got that bottle and actually has a DD rune, so it's going to be really helpful for him. to just keep harassing. And especially because he is the XOR build, he's not going to be able to health regen nearly as well. He only has his healing salve. Okay, he has the one instance of Quas, so he'll be able to regen just a little bit. But obviously 4 health regen is not a ton when you're up against a nuker. Crystalline actually roaming here in the middle now. And they had the vision, so they obviously know that Finalizing is there, but not much I guess he can do at this point.
Yeah, and you just saw Phil just paying down that the ward spot for where the observer ward was. They know that they have that ward there. They might counter ward it now. And Jo is just going to actually cold snap right now.
Oh, he's going to go in here. Great Impale. The double damage is going to ensure the kill. A wonderful job turning that around by Kingard. I think Jo realized it too late that he shouldn't have went in against the double damage Nyx. But yeah, like I said, it's just too late. Gets the kill. And now a good start for him, needless to say.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, Jo losing farm and then Nyx Assassin getting the farm. Meanwhile, on the top lane.
Fissure going to go down, though. It looks like the stun misses from Leshrac, though, and he has 2 points in Lightning Storm. Does not have the Diebulk Edict. Are they going to get the kill on the Visage? Oh, the Sunstrike's going to land perfectly on China. He falls. And Crystal Main now in a lot of trouble. Gets trapped in. The Fissure's at least going to get a little bit of revenge, but that is some perk there of the Sunstrike.
Yeah, they got him right in that corner. Jo says, all right, well, if you're going to sit there right for me, I'm just going to throw the Sunstrike out and get the kill. And so any sort of thing that he lost from dying to Nyx Assassin, he sort of gained back from that Sunstrike. And plus, they got the other kill on top of that with on Finalizing. So they're looking pretty good right now. They came back after losing. I mean, they did let Earthshaker get the kill on, who was it? The Visage on Fluff. So that's a bit of a trade. But I think Complexity liked the way that went.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Tidehunter actually leading the farm by a 7 creep score, or 6 creep score, excuse me, doing a pretty good job up here against, as he should, against this Brood. I mean, obviously the Anchor Smash does a lot of damage to those Broodlings, as well as reduces their damage. Actually, middle, here we go, the ultimate comes out, and it's going to be a kill again. That is Nyx with his ultimate doing exactly what he needs to do against a squishy target.
Yeah, the Vendetta just does a lot of damage this early on, especially against a very squishy Invoker. I mean, it just does so much damage, coupled with all his other abilities. He's a ganking machine at this point, one of the most popular gankers, and he's a very good mid lane hero, and I love the way that they're going to lane this. And now Jo has 2 deaths on him, but in the top lane.
On the top lane, Midman's going to get the kill actually on Shaker, but it's getting turned around. Crystal Lane does get the Baseless Void, and now it's going to be just a little bit of Vow attack back and forth, but a Shaker for a Faceless, definitely in the favor of VTI there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't lose your hard carry this early on. This is troublesome, and Complexity's they're looking just a little bit down here. I mean, that's a big loss, and losing Jo again is just not a good thing. We're going to get a pause here, it looks like.
They're having a bug. That's very unfortunate for them to see already. But yeah, like you said, the Nyx obviously doing what he needs to do already. I mean, he got that ultimate right away, decided to gank. And that cooldown, it's only 70 seconds at rank 1, goes down to 50, so under a minute when he's at the last rank. And so it's a very short regardless, and it adds already this 225%, or not percent, excuse me, damage, bonus damage to his attack. So going to hit for around 300 when he comes out, plus the Impale, plus the Mana Burn. I mean, that's a pretty huge burst in this early game. And then when you think about it in a Trilane situation, this only level 3 Visage, if he comes up here, that's pretty much an insta-give.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and he's going to be doing that a lot too. That Nyx Assassin is going to be roaming around ganking. He's out leveling Invokers. He's winning this middle lane. Obviously, I mean, he's just doing so well. He's level 7 in comparison to Jo's level 5, and they don't ban out the Invoker, and they found a way to deal with it, which is exactly what we were talking about. They didn't change. They didn't decide to dedicate a ban to the Invoker. That instead they picked a hero that countered it, and they're doing well with it right now.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin definitely great against some of these squishier targets, and like I said, especially because he's not going Quas Flex this game. I mean, he doesn't move as fast, he doesn't regen, he's much health, and I mean, at least he got one good use of that Sunstrike this game already. But aside from that, I'm not sure if that's really worth him being this build instead. I mean, I feel like if he had more of those instances in Quas, at least he'd be able to take that Impale harass, and brush it off a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if it would have saved him now, but the Quas Flex certainly getting that Ghost Walk invoked, but that could be something that he's thinking about now. But he's got the Quas Exort build going right now with the Sunstrike and the Cold Snap, and he might go for Forge Spears just to push up a little bit quicker, and I think that's what he wants. But he needs to get some more farm now, and he's got time considering Kinger's going back to regen, and he'll try to get some more farm and try to catch up.
My question for you, since it's probably not going to happen, but I'd like it to. Who's getting the Necro on this Complexity lineup?
I I think I've seen it on a Venomancer before.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even blink before that gank happened.
It just came out, like, literally he came back to middle, and I was looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
And he's dead. So
my apologies, folks, but that is going to be hard. I just probably need to pan on the Nyx Assassin until the ultimate's off cooldown, and then, you know, I could go back to somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd have to say, on complexity, Venomancer probably, maybe Fluff. Probably not Fluff, actually. I mean, I really don't know who they'd have carrying it. I'd say Venomancer is probably my guess. That's just who I'd say, but I'm probably 100% wrong. Meanwhile, they're going to rotate 2 down here in the bottom lane.
Nyx is coming, as well as, like you said, Shaker's here. The Fisher comes out. Now the Impale's going to come out, too. They're doing a ton of damage. He's going to fall. Broodmother getting the last hit with that Spawn Broodling. A very good setup from both the Nyx as well as the Earthshaker to rotate in. Meanwhile, top, though, they're going to get Leshrac here. The Frostbite comes out, but now, actually, Crystal Maid's in a lot of trouble, getting blocked out by that Plague Warrior. A huge play by Mike in the last attack from Fluff. Is going to get a double kill for him. Talk about Necro purchases coming right up. Just kidding.
No, I mean, that was excellent. I mean, they lost Hannah Montana down in the bottom lane. Yeah, that's not good. That's farm gone. But at the same time, they get 2 kills here in the top lane. And sort of it looks like VTI could have pulled ahead there, but Complexity finds the kills. They get the kills, and they're doing some damage to this tower. They're going to have to waste the fortification. And Fail and China are going to rotate back up here into this top lane.
Yeah, I'm going to use that Frost Node, just trying to slow it down a little bit. But they had that great play, blocking with the Plague Ward. Crystal Maiden had to go around. She did have a Tango. She could have eaten through it, and unfortunately I don't think she realized that. But still, I mean, when you're on your feet, it's kind of hard to think of these kind of decisions, and it was really just a smart play there by Mike to make sure to block her path. And Leshrac and Crystal Maiden just very squishy as well. Any of these Trilaners are very vulnerable. I mean, it's pretty easy to say that. So if you send any heroes to come kill them, I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult a task. Meanwhile, okay, first I am Nyx Assassin going Null Talisman, so obviously that to me screams, well, that's for the Dagon, right?
Yeah, I'd have to imagine that's what he's going to be building towards. I mean, I just don't think you would just build towards a Null Talisman, not just to have, sort of the extra intelligence and damage. I don't think that's what he wants. I think that's going to eventually be building into the Dagon,
right.
Which, I mean, it's pretty core, I think, on Nyx Assassin, just because you use all your abilities, and then after that, it's just like you don't have any right-click damage, and at that point, they're like maybe 20% health if they're not dead already. You just pop that Dagon, and boom, they're dead. So it's just like an assurance.
Top lane, the ultimate's already used by Nyx. Is he going to be able to get there in time? It's running out. He needs to go in now. Oh, he's just going to wear out. A wasted ultimate, unfortunately. He just wanted to see if he could find Fluff roaming around, but unfortunately, they were smarter than that, realizing that he was missing, and they're not going to die, at least not yet. Actually, he's going to come in now. Going to use the Impale. Just barely hit, but the backtrack does, in fact, latch out. And now, actually, more damage goes out. Look at all these backtracks. He's taking literally, like, no damage. Actually, Pace was trying to follow up here. The Venom's Gale going to land perfectly. Another great ward placement. And there's the Sunstrike. Going to miss just barely, but he is going nowhere. He's just going to fall. Jo going to get the last hit. So a failed gank all around there by VTI.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Vendetta. You saw he couldn't deal any damage. He impaled in to try to get the kill on TC. He got the backtrack off, obviously, and they just weren't able to do any damage. And then China comes in there. He's just like, I'm going to chase you. I'm going to kill you. But then he just kind of ran out of position, and he was caught out of position. And they missed the Sunstrike, which would have gotten them the kill. It didn't matter anyways because he was dead. Really couldn't do anything there.
Very dead. Very dead right now, too. And hasted. Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 mid right now.
But there's a Sentry Ward. So,
they see him, that's true.
You are very visible.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know that, but either way, obviously, they're going to ping out their own lane. I think they're aware he's probably coming up, but the ulti wears out now. But he's still hasted. He could land a great Impale. Hits 3 heroes! The Fisher's going to now hit 2 heroes as well. And you see the Gargoyles trying to lay up with a Riptide, a huge Riptide at that. The Sunstrike going to miss, but a Chronosphere going to at least slow down some heroes, but not be able to follow it up quite. Leshrac trying to use Lightning Storm to survive. Impale hitting 2 more heroes, but now this is a dead Nyx Assassin. Good, just go with his last breath, use a mana burn before he probably falls. I say probably because he's still alive somehow with these bottle charges. Oh, he also used a Spike Carapace, another good stun. He is not done fighting quite yet. Now roaming back here through bottom. Is he going the super long way is the question. Both tier 1s are traded in the meantime. Nyx Assassin, where are you going? You might just make it.
I think he's going to live at this point. There's no hero around him to really get the kill on him. He can successfully get back to his base and mission accomplished to sort of survive. That was a good impale to stop Jo. and Tidehunter in their tracks.
Just guess. Just throw a guess, Jo. You have amazed us thus far with the tornado sniping. I wouldn't be 100% shocked if he somehow blindly hit that Sunstrike on him.
Just like heading back to base. Oh, he's probably there by now. Just Sunstrike button to get the kill. Oh yeah, it's normal. That happens all the time. Just like Jo Sunstrikes.
Yeah, whatever. It happens. Yeah, but really good in juke moves, and that's once again the Quas Wex not being his build, he can't keep up. It's not like this assassin's a fast hero without that ultimate. I mean, he only gets move speed through his ulti right now. Otherwise, no other way to get it. So, I also want to point out, since a lot of players don't normally see this hero, his mana burn scales with his intelligence, a 4 times multiplier. So therefore, all these int items he's getting are really going to help him out. He's got 43 int, so it's about 160 that is burning and doing damage for right now. And obviously, as he levels up that Dagon, if he chooses to do so, or goes other int items, it's just going to do more damage throughout the game.
Yeah, you could like just grab a Mystic Staff. You could go for a Scythe of Vice if he really wants to really scale that
Captain
that mana
Brasilia! Oh, almost got caught out here by the Shaker. Hannah's lurking around, but not exactly sure. You see the Gargoyles just kind of roaming up, but there's a nice group of players middle for both teams.
They're sort of letting this Broodmother free farm right now. She's got 71 last hits with the Vlad's offering and a Soul Ring, finishing up a Blade of Alacrity and Band of Elven Skin, so that Yash will be finished up as well. She's going to take this tier 2 down. They're going to rotate in and try to get the kill on her, though.
Yes, they are. The Invis rune's on Tide, but he does have Dust, too. He's going to use it right away. The Gush should come out any second. Now, there it is. She is very quick, mind you, but she doesn't even have a TP scroll. She's just trying to survive until this Dust wears off. She's got just a couple more seconds. There's a Sentry as well. She's trying to stay as far away as possible. Why is she coming back? No, don't go back. Come out of the light. No, she's going to get Grave Shield now. Dropping her ulti. There's the Sunstrike going to kill her as well. Actually, almost kills the Vino. Very close, but Nyx has to be time. They push the top. A ping comes out, faceless. TP. Can the split earth land? Yes, it can. The stun comes out. You see, I'm going to take the last hit, but that's going to be a Broodmother for a faceless and a tier 1 and a tier 2, might add. So definitely in the favor of VTI.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. The getting that tier 2 is key. That's a lot of gold going their way. On top of stopping the farm from TC, your hard carry, you need him to get gold at this stage of the game. Yeah, you lose Broodmother, who's going to be pretty much your hard carry. Well, is going to be your hard carry and going to be carrying you into the later game. But she got 2 towers out of the deal, and they're going to push the top tower right now. And it doesn't look like they're having too much trouble here. They got the edict up, so.
I'm just saying, Nyx Manta, pretty common. Not at all. Okay, maybe not. But it could happen.
Could happen. Yeah, it could. It absolutely could happen. I mean, I would not put it past them.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, don't underestimate this VTI team. You know, they picked them in the first place, so they're not afraid to try new things.
They're trendsetters. They're trendsetters. They're not. They don't follow any trends. They follow their own. So
that's one way to put it. Yeah, I was also a little boggled. I used to play Dota 1, Nyx Assassin, or he was called Nubian back then, but his Impale makes like no sound. Whereas it did make a good amount of sound last game, and I was trying to figure out, I'm like, why? But I'm like, oh wait, he's an assassin. That actually makes a ton of sense.
Supposed to be silent, yeah.
Oh, middle. Shrek in a lot of trouble. Sunstrike's in the miss completely, but you see the Shrek still taking a heap of damage. Actually, there we go. Shaker gets annihilated. The Ravage did come out, and now the Shrek in a lot of trouble as well. One last all attack should do the trick. Visage gets a killing spree, and they're all on the run. The Dust just barely hitting him, but Tidehunter has no mana for. Oh, he does have it for the Gush. Does he have the reach? Oh, just barely line of sighted. And that's the advantage. Nyx Assassin's all giving him that 10% movement speed to get out of there.
Yeah, and he needed to. If all 4 of them went down there, that would have been trouble. But Complexity, good job finding those kills. That's going to get them back. They're going to be able to push this tier 1, it looks like, at least for the time being.
Getting pressured, though. This Brood is exactly doing what she needs to do, just split pushing all day. Putting pressure on this Vino as well as the tier 3. It's hilarious how much pressure this one hero can do. And here we go, Tide coming back. But Dust is not enough of an answer, I feel like. You know, obviously he could pop it right now, but they wouldn't be able to kill him, not nearly without the rest of his team. So, you know, they don't know really how to deal with this Brood quite yet.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's really frustrating. One of the most frustrating heroes to deal with in the game. Just because you can just get a giant ball of spiderlings and push up into a lane, and then at that point, on top of that, the web's making it so that you can't be visible. It's just very frustrating. It's just almost as frustrating as dealing with a Lycan. It's just the pushing power, the amount of damage she can do. It's just really annoying. And you're right. With those two heroes there, they're not going to be able to get the kill with Dust, I don't think. You only got Gush, and the Venomous skill is slower. Not enough damage really to put out right-click-wise.
TP coming in. Base is going to ulti. At least catch Leshrac. See him trying to avoid it. So they're not even doing anything. Leshrac, this is all going to just be on the CM. So I'd say definitely a wasted Faceless Ult just to kill one support. And in the meantime, Gargoyle's taking a little bit of harass, but that's about it. They're still pushing in middle. They've got quite a few heroes grouped up here, 4 of them to be exact. And meanwhile, as leaves, of course, guess who bottom? Pushing into tier 3. You see the Tidehunter using his Anchor Smash back in middle. In the meantime, the Fisher comes out, hitting the Faceless. He's going to get stunned up and take a lot of damage from this tower. And they're going to probably defend successfully. They're going to need some help, I think. I mean, Broodmother actually taking a lot of damage from this Tidehunter, but... And by the way, Tide went a mech. You don't see that very often either.
Yeah, and that was really cool because they were kind of just hitting each other for a period of time. I was watching that 1v1 between the Broodmother and the Tidehunter to see who would win. She popped the Insatiable Hunger, obviously, but he popped the mech right afterwards, and so he looked like he was going to kill her, so she had to back off, but nothing happening there, just trying to keep pushing again.
He's still pressuring it. It's under half health now. The Tidehunter can't keep up. You know, he used that Anchor Smash, but... You know, at the end of the day, this Brood is already so strong, and while he has more creep score, too, may I add, it's just so hard to out-damage her. Obviously, that ultimate adds 80 bonus damage and lifesteal. I mean, there's only so much you could do against that, and she also wants this Vlad's and Yasha, so she's going pure push this game. It's pure push.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot of damage. The spoilings are going to be huge. The lifesteal is going to be huge, and... you can't let this get out of control. She's going to take this to tier 3, it looks like. I don't know if they'll be able to defend it, and at that point, your Raxes are open to sort of any sort of assault you want. And Complexity has to be aware of that, and they really wanted that tier 1 in the middle lane, and it just didn't happen.
I want to say, oh, by the way, guess who finishes Dagon?
Nyx Assassin?
Full easy guess, I think. But
well, yeah, I mean...
No, actually, it was Faceless. What do you know?
Crystal Maid finished up her Dagon. She didn't even
pretty
have
awesome. She could have one of those.
Yeah. I would, oh my gosh, I'd be like most amazing Crystal Man player ever getting a Dagon. How did you get the farm for that?
You get all the kills, that's for sure.
It's true.
If you can use it properly. But yeah, especially you're right. If this tower actually falls here, then, I mean, Broodmother just have that much more of a field day. Because then he doesn't have to worry about detection just from the tower alone. Actually, Dust comes out. They want to set something up. His Ravage is up, but he's going to use it now. Just barely hitting. The Sunstrike actually looks like it's going to land, and that should be a dead Brood. So... They decide worthy to use that Ravage to ensure this Broodmother stops the pressure, but this is going to make sure that middle is quick work is made of it. And yeah, it's going to fall here to Leshrac. Top was getting pressure, but now Shaker's in a lot of trouble. Going to Fissure, and he honestly should just TP, and it looks like he should be safe. Actually, a cancel TP comes stops it. He'll just be fine. But, I was going to say, if Nyx is not invis, he's dead. But he is.
But he's the smart thing, and he's got that vendetta up, but that might be wasted. I think he was looking for an opportunity.
He could insta-gib this Vino. If only he knew.
If only.
Oh, the Shrek middle actually getting caught out here. You see a lot of damage. Those familiars do a ton off the bat before they have to regenerate, but just not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I mean, he almost hit that Sunstrike, and if he did hit that Sunstrike, Leshrac would be dead, but it's tough. I mean, he can't, there's really no, besides the Ravage, which we've seen, and a few other, decent stuns, the slows aren't going to guarantee you the Sunstrike hits. I mean, it's tough. I mean, usually you want to see the Shadow Demon in combination to get those Sunstrike hits, but really difficult. Also, Surf Shaker's living dangerously. He has Bottle, so... Well, he used Nyx Assassin's Bottle, actually, but he was really low health.
Protection, here we go. TP in from Shaker. He wants to just drop his ult. No, he gets CC'd before any spell is cast. That would have done amazing amounts of damage, but they knew better. The Buyback comes in. He's just going to have to run in, but that's going to be a dead tower. Might be a wasted Buyback. They're probably just going to fall back at this point. You see Nyx just trying to do what he can from up above, but nothing's landing.
Oh, the Sunstrike!
Sunstrike's going to land and get the kill. That's what he's been waiting for a while now. Great play by Jo.
There's the snipe. There's the snipe that we know that can come out of Jo. Jo finally gets it done. Meanwhile, Kinger's looking for another kill here with his Vendetta.
Oh, he's more than looking. He might be getting it. This is what we're talking about. The backtrack. Can he get it? The thing's hit. No backtracks.
Instant dead. With the Dagon. I mean, if you get a lucky backtrack there, you live. If not, you're dead. And that's what happened. I mean, it's just like 2 seconds. Gone. You got the combo up. Use all of your abilities. and he's dead. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, the Vendetta just does so much damage on top of the burst damage from Dagon, which, by the way, is 400 damage. That's nice to have at 20 minutes in the game. I mean, it's huge, actually, for the Nyx Assassin. So that's like TC's farm right now is suffering so hard. Like he's
the snipe, and he gets the gem. He kills the gem that was on the Courier. Huge
Wait,
play
what?
by
Where was the Courier?
Broodmother was waiting in his web's bottom. The Courier flew. He killed it and killed the gem.
Oh no!
I didn't know the Courier could drop the gem.
I didn't know that either.
Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, I'm almost certain that happened. All bottom. TP comes in. Shaker wants not a repeat of last time. No, he could just fissure this time instead. He's not sure. Actually, there's no heroes to hit, so he's just going to walk around. But the pig comes out on Tide. Broodmother's ready for some action, but not quite going to be in position for it, so they're always going to fall back. Wow. I'm still shocked. Is that really what happened? I really wish I need to go back and see this replay afterwards.
Yeah, no, I mean we'll see if there's a gem there on the Courier when he respawns in about 2 minutes. It makes sense that the Courier can drop it if he gets killed. Yeah. That makes sense to me. If everybody else can drop it, why not the Courier? Exactly. That also brings the question up: if the Courier has a Divine Rapier on it, and the Courier gets killed, does the Divine Rapier drop then?
If a Courier has a Divine Rapier, I feel like the player who bought it should get kicked out of the game.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot. Yeah, that sort of thing shouldn't happen. Like a full finished Divine Rapier up on the Courier.
We should toss it on the Courier, guys, and bring it over.
It's fine. There's no way it's gonna die.
No one can kill that. Oh, Broody gonna get caught out. There's another dust. A great gargoyle micro. Gonna stun him up. He's taking a ton of damage. There's the snipe. No, just missing barely. And he's still dusted. The dust does wear off, and a good fissure just to ensure that the cutoff is made. Wow, it is so hard to kill a Broodmother.
So fast. There's nothing you can do. Like, the Sunstrike misses. You got the Cold Snap off, and that's as close as you're going to get to stunning him in one place for a period of time. The Gush is going to slow, but I mean, you have nothing to follow up.
How ballsy he is. He just went to the shop with like 500 health right past the ball. Doesn't care. And now the Fissure comes out, so he's behind them all now, waiting for that Courier to respond to do a deja vu, probably. But, the action's starting to come out now. Is the Radiant going to actually defend this? Brood is still here, but there's a sentry dropped. So if he's anywhere near that, he is most certainly going to pay the price. Going to fall here. Another good Fissure. They just want to get the deny. They're not going to get, though, in the Gush on this Crystal Main. But in the meantime, Brood is dusted as well as behind. Going to get annihilated by all these other attacks, and this is not the time he's going to survive. Going to fall. Nyx Assassin ulting with his Dagon now behind enemy lines, looking to probably get this Venomancer, but going the wrong way. You know, pings come out. I don't think that'd be a smart
Mike,
investment.
just TP. Just TP, Mike.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Kingerd's caught out. Kingerd, you are taking way too much damage. And he falls before anything is used. Unfortunate play there. I feel like he should have been aware that sentry was there, since that's how his teammate died. But.
Yeah, I mean, sort of map awareness. Oh, so Broodmother died. Well, they just must use dust and got the kill that way. No, I mean, they probably had a backup plan. You have to imagine that Complexity wants to get the kill for sure. They don't want to keep rushing around this Broodmother and not get the kill. On top of that, she got really greedy and wanted the kill on Mike. And the same thing for the Nyx Assassin, who came in looking for the kill. Good job sort of the bait by Mike, just to, stay in there. I said TP out, but, all in all, staying in there was a smart move just to make sure that they got the bait, they get the kill, and, I mean, they got the Roshan now, and they're going to be able to find a way.
Oh, the Blink plus ulti from the Shaker could almost kill the Faces by himself. The Ravage comes out, though, but it's only going to hit a couple heroes. You see a lot of spells being cast off now. Broodmother does kill the Invoker. Jo buys back instantly. Veno is now going to fall. Broodmother doing a ton of damage with his ultimate. Nyx Assassin in a lot of trouble as well, stunning out the Visage. The Sunstrike does snipe, but he survives just barely. The Shrek getting the kill on Tidehunter, ending his spree. You see this Nyx Assassin running for the hills. His ultimate was up again, so he's just hiding out for now. And once again, he gets the kill on Faceless. A very good kill. And now Jo's going to fall again. He's just bought back. Can Visage get out is the question. Bruno is slowing him down immensely. Plus there's Shaq. BTI is playing this fight wonderfully. And remember, this Roshan's barely any health. Are they going to get the kill? No, Tidehunter's actually still here. Broodmother now going to initiate on him. Do a lot of damage. Visage does get the Nyx Assassin, so he must have bought back as well. You see, there's a lot of buybacks for this fight. Will it end is the question.
Oh my gosh, China wants to go and take a Roshan himself.
Oh no! China! You're going to go down! And he falls not before the Fissure goes down, but he still will die in the meantime. Tyre getting the kill. The Broodlings are here. So is Broodmother. He doesn't want this to be an easy-going kill for them. Who's going to get it? The Dire gets the kill and Faceless gets the Aegis. So very in the advantage of complexity now. The Vino ult going to hit both players. You see Broodmother doing the best she can. The Sunstrike just barely missing again. And now Broodmother's in a lot of trouble. Getting back to his woods. Remember, there's still that sentry ward, and there's the dust, so they're going to try to follow this up. The gush is up, but no, he gets line of sight. Look how quick this Yasha Broodmother is moving.
And that, I want to backtrack and say for a second that Complexity, I said Complexity had that Roshan. What I meant to say was Complexity had that Roshan 6 minutes later, essentially, is what it was. That fight was never ending. There was buybacks, like you said, left and right. Somehow TC goes in there with the pressuring from the Broodmother and the Earthshaker, gets the kill on Roshan, gets the Aegis, so they end up getting those two key ingredients to the next team fights, and that's huge. That is very big. I didn't even know that Earthshaker had a Blink Dagger finished up at that point, which is stupid to me. It's 25 minutes into the game. Come on, Maut, get it together. But, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a really good... It's only 25 minutes. No, I'm actually surprised Shaker has one by now. Honestly, he must be getting a lot of farm from his Fissure, which you can see at bottom doing just that. I mean, like, you don't actually see blinks on these kind of supports till usually 35 or so, I would say. So he's been doing a pretty good job, and I guess it's also, look at all these towers pushed. And that's another huge contributing factor to this gold. The Courier is back alive for the Dire, so I didn't see a gem, but then again...
Your eyes weren't deceiving you, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it actually dropped and was killed.
Yeah, I think they had the gem and it dropped from the Courier, which today I learned, I guess. So
there you go.
Learn something new every day. Also, they're going for a smoke gank here, and they might find one on the Broodmother. Yeah, they're going to see her. Do they have dust? They do.
Oh my gosh, Bogus, you are so caught out. Gonna try to juke him with the Manta. So far, it's working. Actually, dodges. The Corona Spear misses completely. If Broodmother survives this, I swear, I will never question Bogus ever again in any game. No, he's going to TP, and he's gonna survive.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you kidding? The Chronosphere. TC, what happened?
Top lane, getting pressured in the meantime that whole time. The pushing Nyx assassin, of course. Oh, the Ravage comes out. That's a dead Leshrac for sure. But Nyx definitely at least can survive. Actually missing the Impale completely. He needs to fall back. Okay, he has his ulti up. So, in the meantime, though, that top tower is now down to 400 health. The bottom tower is still around 400 health. I mean, if they keep going all in like that, they can easily get pushed on either side.
Yeah, but I mean, VTI does have to be careful. They've been called out. They've lost a few team fights. There is an Aegis up, but that being said, Fluff and stuff is going to go down to Bogus. He doesn't really have anything he can do. This might be troublesome here. Fluff is getting blocked by the creeps. Now he's going to try to TP out.
And he's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing Brood can do against the TP. That is his one weakness. Unless he gets like an abyssal blade or something.
Oh gosh.
That'd be scary. But
that would be scary.
But I don't think this game will be the game for him to get that. Nyx Assassin going BKB next, so he buys the Ogre Claw and Mythal Hammer. Not interested in having these spells hitting him anymore, and I don't blame him completely for that. It's pretty painful looking from the Dire, and unlike last game, Jo is just... I don't know, I don't like seeing him in this kind of build. He doesn't seem to be doing as much as we saw him doing in the last game.
It's very difficult to land those Sunstrikes, and we've seen it all game. He's only managed to hit a few of those snipes. He's gotten one. It's just very difficult in comparison to the Tornado, which is just so fast moving in a straight line. Very hard to predict where the Tornado is going to come from. And, you know, it might have helped early on going for ganks and things of that nature, but it's certainly not going to help now. If you went that Quas Wex, you'd probably be in a lot of better position here, I'd say, against this Radiant team.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you there. Top lane. Oh, Nyx wants another piece of this Baseless, who... Did he miss... He's got a Necro. Baseless has a Necro. But before I get to that, there's a lot of backtracks, and he only takes about half health. Did I not call the build of Necro? Not the hero.
I was not expecting that.
Not the hero. The build.
That's
no one would have called that. No one.
Yeah, no, I did not expect to see that. He does finish it up finally. I mean, there it is, and he's got a Hanamitis too. He clearly wants his farm, but yeah, I did not expect to see that pushing coming out. I thought it would be on. Honestly, I thought it would be on the Venomancer, but they've proven me wrong, and you called it out just right. And
well, I figured it'd be a great pickup. Obviously, the Broodmother, of course, It's a great way to get that true sight without having to sacrifice like a gem or something. Actually, in the meantime, Passage getting a little fissured out, but he's just scouting out those familiars, and he'll be just fine. But yeah, I mean, not only against him, but of course the Nyx who invises a lot as well. I mean, it's just going to give them plenty of true vision to work with, and I think they need that a lot for these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need that. I mean, Nyx is, I feel like, the least of their worries. They just, if they can't catch the Broodmother is really the problem. If they have the true sight, I mean, that's one answer to their problem. But see the Nyx before he's able to initiate is also going to be huge. That sort of just takes away all danger from him.
This is just, you'll never see this build on Faceless again. This is probably the one game ever in history, just because of like how unique it is for this game, how situational. He's more of like a support Faceless, honestly. He's obviously
strange.
Not a hard carry. He's just doing what he can. Bottom getting pushed in, as well as top, may I add. This is exactly the split pushing that VTI needs to do. They are not really winning those upfront fights because of the Ravage, because of the Chronosphere. But, the split pushing, they excel in quite a bit. So I think they're doing a smart thing, keeping the pressure up so that Complexity really can't do anything.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to keep applying pressure on these T3 towers and try to get them down. The faster they can get them down, the faster they can push the racks and end the game.
The Shaker in the middle, trying to use any spell he can, but dies instantly. Nick Sasha trying to finish the Invoker will, but he's probably going to pay for it with his life. Yes, he's going to fall here. Is he? The Chronosphere is going to ensure that. A good job there using that ulti. And meanwhile, Feldrick in the meantime trying to run from a Tidehunter, but he's just way too scary at this point. And I believe he's going to fall here. The Frostbite's not even going to get cast. Okay, it will, but Veenomancer will ensure his death. A 3-for-1 trade, and definitely not good for VTI.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, they lost the 3 heroes. That's a lot of golden experience going towards Complexity, and they can sort of whittle their way back into this game now. Start pushing, especially with that Necro book, which is going to be huge. He does use it, and they use the Chronosphere for the 1 hero.
It's going to fall. Leshek gets the kill in the Vescale land. He's probably going to pay for this, but not before he gets a kill pass. Oh, he misses the stun. That would have been most certainly a kill for Veenomancer. He just barely survives. But in the meantime, bottom, Broodmother back in the game, looking to finish this tower. Great micro by Fluff, may I add, to stun him out. But no, he's going to get the tower. So both towers fall in that time. A great turnaround for VTI.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, they lost a couple of heroes doing so, but now that you don't have that tower there, those Raxes are open for, getting attacked, and either Rax, honestly, and they can get that tier 3 and mid down. They're going to have free reign over these Raxes if they can find the right split push or the right initiation or what have you. But that being said, don't count out Complexity. They've gotten a lot of kills. They've gotten a lot a farm. I haven't looked at the graph all game. I think.
Yeah,
I mean, the experience.
I feel bad about that.
The experience is actually going in favor of is going in favor of Complexity, but the gold, just from those towers alone and the amount of pushing they've had happen, is the gold is going very large in favor of the Raiden here. So, that being said, it's not too far away. Meanwhile, Captain Bogus might get
Brood getting a little bit initiated on, but we've seen him survive trickier ganks, so I don't think that was any of his concern. Level 2 Necro. Oh my gosh! Here we go with a lesson in grammar. Necronomicon. Holy crap. And speaking of which, they're coming down now to start this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Chronosphere comes out here. You see BKB used. He wants Jo. He wants a piece. But actually the Blink comes in now. They're just trying to do it. Look at the Echo Slave doing a huge amount of damage. Chronosphere finally comes out. Now Bogus in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to need to try to run away right after this wears out. The Manta gets popped. They're trying to do as much as they can. A really great job there by the Wave to try to slow down this Bogus. He's actually still alive. Leshrac in the middle. And there's the BKB Nyx doing a lot of damage as well. They have to fall back. I can't believe that VTI is winning this fight. And now they're actually turning around with the Tornado. Leshrac gets a double kill. They only lose the Shaker for 4?
Yeah, that's
what the heck?
That's worth it. Obviously, clearly they won that team fight. I mean, they blinked in there with the freaking Echo Slam, which was huge, by the way. Tidehunter got his Ravage off before he died, but the Echo Slam did so much damage. They were all extremely low. The Aegis was wasted. They didn't focus down the Broodmother, which is surprising. I think if they got that kill, it might have gone differently. But the only person not caught in that Chronosphere was Jo, and he was trying to right-click down, but he really couldn't do anything. And then everybody went down subsequently afterwards. Aegis was the only thing that saved the life of TC here, but they're going to take down that barracks and.
God, China, you are a crazy, crazy man. The Impale comes out now. They're trying to burst out his Podge, and they're not even trying. They just do it. They kill him almost instantly. Fluff is down. Now Brood's kind of caught out in the middle of them. A sentry is also used. He does have the BKB, but he's not choosing to use it quite yet. Actually going to Manta first. That ulti is up, but now it's gone, and he's not going to be able to lifesteal his way back up the full. They're trying to push this melee barracks in the top now. You see actually Jo and hurt TC again. They're very hurt, so they're not exactly sure they want to come in. There we go. Brood's going to fall. A missed Sunstrike, trying to kill China. They're trying to retreat now. These familiars are very quick, but it looks like they're all going to be just fine.
Yeah, and I want to point out that Jo tried the Tornado. It was in a perfect line to get 3 heroes, I think, 2 or 3 heroes. It's just not long enough. He doesn't have anything in Wex. It's all into Quas right now, and 1 point into Wex. And if he got that Tornado, it probably would have been ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Faceless has a Gem of True Sight as well. I doubt highly that he actually bought it. I bet someone else did for him.
You never know.
Because he's saving for that Necro level 3.
That's true.
So he wouldn't have bought it. But he's actually a really great candidate. First of all, that time leap, I mean, he can come in and get that vision right away. Of course, the Current Sphere 2 will keep that vision up as well. So I think it's a good idea to have it on him. And he hasn't died a ton. Of course, last fight he did. But, you know, aside from that, at least another Roshan now going for them. This is the second one of the game. So third will have a cheese if this goes that long. And that's enough for Faceless to get his level 3 Necronomicon. I did it.
Necrobook, man. Just call
it the Necrobook. I like to just call it Necro, but people are like, that's a hero. And I'm like, well, fine. Then,
just call it the Necrobook.
I'll call it what I wish, sir.
All right, well, I'm not like not demanding.
With me.
I'm not demanding like, hey, Jay, call it a Necrobook, dang it. Like, I'm not.
Nick's going level 2 Dagon, by the way. So after that BKB, he's like, that's it. I just want to let max this thing out. And I don't blame him wholeheartedly.
If you can get that 800 damage, that's level 5 Dagon. I mean, oof, that would be something special, but I don't know if this game would go long enough for that.
Yeah, it lowers the cooldown, increases the burst damage, and gives more intellect. I mean, it's everything he kind of could ask for, and reduces the mana cost. Not that that's a huge deal for him, but it's still helpful at the end of the day.
It really is.
So, yeah, I definitely don't blame him for that. It'd be pretty hilarious if he could somehow get like a refresher now and just double Vendetta, double Dagon, just rule the world.
That'd be such a weird combo
it would be,
off.
But like I said, I mean, how many Nyx Assassin builds have you seen? So
that's true. 0, except for the one I went, which included a Dagon, so that's the one I went. So
fair enough.
It was during a pub game. So my knowledge is pretty limited when it comes. I mean, this is Dota 2 that we're talking about, though. So it just came out.
I can't stop staring at TC's items, though. I can't.
Question is, what is he going to build toward next? He's got. He does have the Necrobook. He
wants to go like a Yules at this point. I don't even care. Just anything that doesn't make sense.
I want more CC.
He's like a support, honestly, at this point. Yeah. Like, he doesn't do tons of damage from auto attacks. His little minions will. He'll get some stun procs, which is nice, but that's about it. Oh no, Shaker. What's going on there? It looks like another missed Sunstrike, a great fissure. Nyx is in there, a huge Echo Slam, as well as Ravage, but their BKB, it's only going to hit one hero. They turn this around very quick. You see Pedomancer out of mana, out of time. He's going to fall now. And can the Broodmother get that kill? No, Visage will live thanks to the stun micro, but no, Vino's gone. It's a 3-for-1 trade. Another wonderful ultimate there by Brasilia.
Yeah, and it really comes down to Jo's not able to get those Sunstrikes. That's really the problem. If he lands those Sunstrikes, these fights might be different. Or if you just wait Quas Wex, it might be different. The really good Echo Slam, like you called out, the Ravage did pop up again, but Earthshaker using that Echo Slam effectively, getting the kill on Jo and Tidehunter first, which are the 2 heroes that you need to have alive during a team fight. Really, well, not necessarily Tidehunter so much, but Jo is really key at this point, doing a lot of damage. On top.
Taking a lot of damage. That's the Chrono Spear. The Impale is going to be beautifully landed, though, only allowing the Soul Assumptions coming out, which is still a lot of damage, man. Yeah, look how much damage that Visage is doing. That is a ton to deal with. So the support Faceless doing his job, helping the other support get the kill. Broodmother, meantime, pushing this middle towers down to 400 health, and it's actually just going to be an illusion here, so not even the real deal, and really not a terrible trade at the end. But yeah, the Ravage, I mean, it looked like it hit 3 heroes, but 2 were BKB. So essentially, it just hit Crystal Main. I mean, pretty big waste.
Yeah, I mean, only on the Crystal Main, it doesn't do anything really for you. If you get the kill on the Crystal Main, oh no, you killed our support, what are we going to do? I mean, VTI is playing exceptionally well. They're dodging these Sunstrikes extremely well from JO. They're moving around the map together. They're getting a lot of excellent ganks. They're pushing extremely well. They have been the entire game with the Leshrac and the Broodmother split pushing. Really nice work by them. But now they need to try and finish this game out here. And they might even try to get a kill on TC. Maybe, no, they're just going to back off, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, TC needs to get back, and he does indeed. He does have that purse, by the way. So I would guess Battle Fury, a real item this time. Although who never knows? You could go like a Lincoln's for whatever reason at this point. But I mean, honestly, it's never too late for an item like Battle Fury, and especially when you're against a Broodmother. Yeah, you need that cleave. And also, may I add, when you're down what's it called, a lane? Sorry for the lack of words. When you're down a lane, you need to be able to kill those creeps as quick as possible. So I think it's going to be honestly,
you need to be able to defend. Also, I don't think he's going to do this, but I should just let everybody know that he could go a refresh orb. Just saying.
Your build earlier? Oh my god.
Burning's build, not my build, but Burning. Burning did it.
You know what? It's entirely possible, and I wouldn't put it past him. So, you're right.
I don't think he'll do it, but I mean, it would be pretty
He is
funny.
a utility faceless. I mean, you know, a double chrono could be the difference, because obviously the only ability on their team that'll go through that BKB. Speaking of which, here comes the smoke. They want to set something up. They got Belgic behind. Here's a Crowspear. Now that's going to be a good one. Both Nyx and Brood before their BKBs. Brood might fall before he does anything. He does. The Echo Slam comes out, but not doing a lot of damage. Another great Ravage behind. Now this is Complexity's fight to win. A good Impale comes out, but now Nyx doesn't have much left to use. You see they're trying to do as much as they can. Leshrac was actually doing a lot before he went down, but now Nyx has to gang chase down here. He has that ulti up, so he's quick, but the Gush is going to make short work of that speed. And can he micro these familiars to stun is the question he's looking to. There's one stun, there's two. That's going to be a 4-for-0 trade for Complexity.
That's exactly what they needed now. But at the same time, you have these creeps pushing in. IXMike has to retreat back and push these creep waves back. They need to do that. But that's a huge trade for them. I mean, that's going to give them a lot of gold as well as experience to get them back into this. TC is going to get some more farm. He's got 1,700. Be interesting to see if he does decide to go to that battle for. He will buy the Claymore, so he will try to finish that up. He's not going Refresher Orb. Sad face by me, but good way to pick those heroes off. The Ravage was great, like you said. The Echo Slam missing pretty much everybody. Good Chrono getting the two heroes in it, and I mean. Complexity, just really excellent team fight there. Catching, I should say, everybody out.
Yeah, that was really terrific from them. By the way, he is going Battle Fury. Sorry to crush your dreams, but unfortunately. But Tidehunter going for that level 3 Necronomicon. No, I'm going to keep saying it until I learn it. So that's just the way it is. Sorry, folks. But Necronomicon. He is going for that level 3 one as well. So they're going to have all the detection in the world, plus the sentries, plus the dust. I mean, they are ready for these Invis heroes. And that Chronosphere that makes up for all the missed ones he's done in the past, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Hitting
and they
both
need that.
the Nyx and the Brood, who couldn't BKB, is just enormous.
Man, they needed that. They really needed that. If they don't get that Chronosphere off, then that BKB gets popped up on both these heroes. I mean, the team fight probably goes drastically in the direction of ECI, but they get it off. It's a good Chronosphere, and then the Ravage just popped out, and then they chain everything from there. On top of that, though, Broodmother's got a lot of really good items. He's going for a Demon Edge right now, plus 46 damage from that. The Mantis Cell has been finished up for a while, which we talked about, but how can they stop that?
Like they did last time. That's
I guess
probably
so.
the only way. Honestly, that Chronosphere is the one way they can stop. If they catch him off guard with either a Ravage or a Chronosphere before he BKBs, because once he BKBs with a decent amount of health, Leshrac BKBs just in the middle AoE. Nyx is actually here too. No, they might get a double trade, a good Impale. Leshrac is actually alive right now, and
how did he get away? How did he get away?
God, what kind of play was that? The BKB obviously being the #1 reason he survived. In the meantime, middle, this tower getting pressured heavily. Is it going to fall? The Ravage comes out. They want to kill him, and by golly, they will, but he got the tower before, so he is okay with that trade in the meantime. And that's going to be no more towers left for Complexity.
Yeah, and that's tough. That's really tough for them to lose that tower. They get the kill on the Broodmother, which is huge, because that Broodmother's down for a long period of time, but I mean, that's just such a big win. She's not going to be able to buy back. They can push if they want to, but they'll have a harder time defending here up in the this bottom lane. And if you're in Complexity, you're in a position where you've gotten a lot of kills and you're in a decent position, but you just can't seem to get out of your own base.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the grass skin because it's been a while. The gold graph now, a little over 5,000, still in the favor of VTI. Experience, of course, close to 14,000 for complexity. But what good is experience going to do if you're down a lane and a half, pretty much? I mean, the good thing is they still have both barracks in top and middle. That's a huge thing to note, because as soon as they lose a melee, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Speaking of bottom, oh, here we go, Nyx. Burst, burst, burst. Dead. That's all he needs. That level 3 Dagon, which will be level 4 very shortly. Very good kill. And, of course, Shaker's down there. Why is Shaker there is kind of my question. He should just be back defending. But Wanda gets it short a kill on that Vino, and he did die.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, while that was happening in middle lane, China got caught out and he almost got killed, but he was able to get back just in time. Somehow China's probably the slipperiest hero on the map. I don't know how he keeps living. I don't know.
It's got to be the drums plus the BKB plus phase boots, I guess. I mean,
oh, that might...
but he already popped them all. I mean, it's really just going to be the 5% aura, which isn't a lot when you think about it, but...
It's enough to get away, I guess.
He is playing very well this game, that's for sure. Surviving, yeah, we were just both probably had our mouths agape when he got out of that situation. It was a great impaled fissure too. I mean, definitely his teammates helped him a lot, but yeah, very surprising. And now smoke coming out for them. And as well as to note, Broodmother is alive and actually pushing down this middle lane, ready to take advantage. Like I said, they are not going to give them a second to push, and they're smoked up bottom. They're looking for maybe Brood to be down there farming, but they're not. He's not giving the opportunity. He's going to just wait out in the middle, and has a broadsword now. Wait, a broadsword. He's going crit. He's not going MKB, so I got a little thrown off, but that's fine. That's still a very good build, of course, doing a lot of high damage.
Absolutely. I mean, also while they're pushing in, they were trying to find a kill on Nyx Assassin, but he vendetted, and he's going to look for a kill here, look for some sort of entrance. Now they're going to push
lane getting pressured. Protection's coming out. They're all rotating, and this is going to be the... Oh, no, the initiation's going to come in, though. Tide wanted to ulti, but couldn't blink in. In the meantime, it looks like Nyx is getting a little popped out. You see the sheep going down, but it's going to be kind of wasted. In the meantime, middle, the Crow Spear on the Brood. He's going to fall again before doing anything. Now VTN needs to fall back, but the Ravage hitting all the heroes, all four. Beautiful Ravage. Nyx Assassin in a lot of trouble. What a fissure, though. At least stopping them for now. And looks like Nyx Assassin is going to survive his ulti. I swear, sometimes they are just... How are they this slippy, dude? How?
It's just... They have a team of slippery heroes here. You got the Broodmother, probably the slipperiest of heroes if you can't catch him out. Nyx Assassin, same way with the Vendetta. The Leshrac, not so much. If you can land the Split Earth off and get out with the phase boots and sort of the Earthshaker, well, you're left for dead. But well, same thing with the Crystal Maiden. But you know, they can't find these kills, and that's primarily, I think, one of the reasons why they're losing this game is because they've had opportunities to get big kills, but they just haven't gotten them. They've gotten a bunch of kills. I mean, they're up in the kill count, but they haven't gotten really the important ones of the team wiping, you know, the fights and the kills. So that being said, looks like they're gonna push up into the top lane VTI as while they go for the Roshan complexity.
They're gonna get this cheese this time, like I said last time. The game goes long enough, they're gonna get the cheese. Can they get this? Why the range barracks? So unfortunate. He might not even get it either. Is the trick there? The good hex. One more, the BKB. Here goes actually an Echo Slam, kind of not doing a lot of damage. Jayo's going to survive just fine. And now actually the Shrek in a lot of trouble, going to fall here to the team. So they just get a ranged barracks. That is not worth it at all.
And at this point in time, they're starting to come back here, especially after that Roshan fight. This gold graph is slowly dipping down towards complexity. If they can get it back to 0, they might be in a position where if they can get a team fight and win it, they can push down that middle lane and maybe go for a GG.
Nyx, gonna BKB. Yes, he needs a TP. Very smart play there, because there was no way he was going to get out of that situation. They have so much detection. They have 2 level 3 Necronomicons. They have a Gem of True Sight from Visage. And, I mean, does every single hero, it seems like, almost has a way to find invis heroes.
It really does seem like that, but I mean, you want to have the assured kill on the Broodmother or the Nyx Assassin. You want to get the kill there, because if you get the kill there, then that's 2 of their biggest heroes gone from the game, and I mean, honestly, they really need it. At this point in time, by the way, we see Broadsword coming out for the Broodmother and the stash, so see what she's going just next.
And crit chance, man. You weren't even
I'm sorry, I was really focusing on
I'm used to my co-cash and not listening. Speaking of that, though, Beatamancer taking a lot of damage, and he's at least going to get the kill, but he's going to die for it in the meantime. Even the pipe comes out, so they just were afraid of an engagement, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, kind of kind of a waste, honestly.
No, I heard you say the crit chance. I remember you saying that. I sort of glossed over it. I think there was something going on. It looks like there might have been a gank, and I was just like really like focusing on that. So I apologize.
Dude, I already forgave you, man. You are forgiven. Don't worry.
I'm apologizing.
See a blue line from Shaker. He's telling, hey, Broodmother, do your job. Get up there. And that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, he gets that plus 100 bonus damage from just his ultimate alone to attack these buildings with. And he could easily backdoor these. They have to be lightning quick reflexes. Actually, one already coming back. That's going to be Faceless. He is ready for this engagement. He's got his ulti and the Necro minions, but he doesn't quite use it yet because Jayo's also here. You see Leshrac pushing as well. So as soon as they start doing their March middle is when they push 3 different lanes. Beautifully played by VTI.
Yeah, but look at the gold graph, though. Look how far it's dipped back down in the favor of Complexity right now. I mean, it's almost back out to 0, and that's huge.
Scary. Look at the experience in this game.
Yeah, and that's big. I mean, almost level 25 on this side of CC, and they need that. They really do. They can outlevel this team altogether. I mean, Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden being 15, that's not good. I mean, the Venomancer at least is 19, and that's a good position for them to be in.
The Shaker just needs level 3 ult. After that, the levels for supports aren't that big, but if you get a level 3 Earthshaker ult, that's going to make a big difference in fights.
Yeah, so they really do need that. I mean, you saw the Echo Slam earlier on was doing a lot. Also, by the way, Earthshaker finished up a Ghost Scepter, so keep that in mind. And then TC going for a Maelstrom. Wow, okay, so it might be... Yeah, he does need that, that's true.
Well, the thing is, like, I kind of already explained with the Battle Fury, but if you're down a lane or two, you need things that kill creep waves quickly. And that's what both the Battle Fury and the Maelstrom will do, exactly. They're going to just annihilate creep waves so they can counter-push it out really quick and then push the lanes they need to. So a very smart pickup here. Definitely, like I said, the most like unusual Faceless build you'll like ever see, except for Hand of Midas, perhaps, and Treads, but obviously very situational, and that's what I like to see from players, playing the right situation.
Yeah, a lot of people like to go straight to the middle when it comes to item builds, especially in the public matchmaking scene, but that's not, competitive players know better. They react to situations, they'll go for things that warrant it, items that they need at the time. And this is certainly what he needs. Obviously, the Chain Lightning from the Maelstrom is huge to push out with the Battle Fury, just to get the creeps down as quickly as possible, turn around, push a lane, do damage, things of that nature. On top of that, he's doing a lot of damage. I mean, he's doing near like 250 in damage. So he's looking pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it is enough, I think. And wow, holy crap, China and Kingard are up really high there.
But this, I was going to say, if only someone else was in the middle to start pushing. They're looking for them. They know they're around here, but Shrek just, try to just, oh no, that actually made him vulnerable. Oh, they're going to escape.
Oh, they saw
Oh,
him.
are they though? There's the sheep. The Shrek, you need to just get out. You just need to TP to this second. And yeah, he's going to do just that. Very unfortunate, and why didn't he Vendetta out of there is my big question.
I don't know. I think he was trying. He's like, I got this. It's completely fine. And then just out of the corner of his eye, Jay saw him. He's like, oh, here we go.
Tidehunter bomb in the meantime. We get slowed. Shaker just barely surviving because Tidehunter was trying to get out, and of course, Tidehunter just TPs out because he realizes, oh wait, that's just Brood.
And it's getting to the point where this is 52 minutes into the game. TC's level 25, and they're pushing. And they're looking strong again. They might be able to get this tier 2 in the top lane. They're finally out of their base.
Where are they? Here we go. There's Shaker. Fissuring in. Baseless actually picks off Leshrac. And looks like Failjic is on the run. Oh, the back door. They're baiting it. Broodmother going in for the kill. No, he's not. He turns around. Why is he turning around? Yes, Purple pings it. He's like, dude, go for it. Manta comes out. He doesn't care. He is doing a lot of damage to this building. They do have protection. They finally realize it. Now they're coming behind. The BKB is up, but for how long? He just needs to kill this barracks. I don't think he's going to have enough damage, though. Bino ult. Why was that wasted? Are they going to get the kill? No! The melee barracks, the 130 health surviving.
Wow. You've got to be kidding me. He wanted it. He wanted that so bad. It would have been huge for him to get it, but no. Meanwhile, the tier 3 down here in the top lane is getting pushed down by Jo and Fluff. And they might be able to take this because no heroes are alive, really, that can stop this Nyx Assassin, and either Earthshaker are up, but...
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
You have to feel for VTI here. You have to. This is so unfortunate for them. Earthshaker! What's going on, man? Getting chased around. What a blink, though! Juking the Faceless Void Time Walk, but in the meantime, their top lane gonna get annihilated.
They're gonna get raxed.
They're getting
They're gonna get raxed.
Wow, top lane melee is gone. The range following suit. You see a Nyx Assassin ultied behind them, but needs at least another couple players. There's one of them. That comes in. Now who is he going to go in? He BKBs, and he's just going to impale and going to hex. Fluff is taking a lot of damage. Going to get heals himself, actually, just to hold him off. Crystal Maiden in the middle of it. Here comes a Chronosphere, perhaps. Yes. And now they're going to actually kill the Leshrac. What a turnaround! Nyx Assassin gonna follow suit. That might be GG, folks.
They're gonna do this. Are you kidding me? Complexity, how did you turn this around? What magic are you using? Is this witchery? How is this happening? It is 54 minutes of the game. They almost got racked 3 times. You look at the buildings. Oh my god.
This is probably GG. Second set of racks going down the middle for Complexity. They have 3 heroes up, but they're against 5. And there's a Ravage up on Tidehunter, may I add. All of the teamfight things in their favor. They don't even need the Venomancer. It's 4 versus 3. I think they'll be just fine. Oh my god, now pushing in the middle lane. Here we go with the Familiars trying to stun whoever they can. Not going to in this case. This is just unbelievable. Middle going down.
How?
Middle tower, there's the fissure. The Blink Echo Slam would have been huge right there, but decided not to go quite yet. Here we go. Time Lock comes in. The Ravage gonna hit 3 heroes as well. And now Broodmother caught out. Gonna fall instantly. That is a huge kill. 2 more kills. Brood cannot buy back. GG. Complexity takes the game.
Wow.
Wow,
that's a lot to say. I did not think Complexity was able to pull it off. It was looking grimmer and grimmer in the middle late stages of that game. They somehow got back, and I don't have words for that game.
No words.